Hello once again, everybody. I'm Tommy Maroon, getting ready for yet another great rendition of the Tommy Maroon Sports Show. And why not do it on beautiful WCTV? A great place to be for pretty much any event, public, private, all that fun stuff. As usual, we got my trivia question of the weekend. Here it is. Who did the Cleveland Browns beat in the 1964 NFL Championship? And the correct answer, why, those were the Baltimore Colts. Yeah, Baltimore Colts, not Indianapolis, Baltimore Colts. In a 27-0 round. All the points came the second half. Frank Ryan was having fun. Yes, he was. Gary Collins was also playing a significant role in that as well. So now let's go to the great league called the Suburban League. High school football is now in the second half. Now look at the scores. Aurora is still tearing it up. 41-0 there. Barberton destroys Copley 38-0. Highland finally did it. Yes, they won 16-13. And I'm telling you, I've been telling you for a while, don't underestimate this team. This is a great team. They're still going to get there. And you know what's scary? They're not done yet. They got a lot more left in stock, and I've seen them play. And that Highland team, they should be really 5-1, not 1-5. They are a great team. Rocky River beat Talmadge 33-22. Brecksville beat Cuyahoga Falls 62-20, as Brecksville is doing an absolutely phenomenal job. Hudson beat Nordonia 45-27. And North Royalton beat Twinsburg 34-14. While Wadsworth, as you probably saw on WCTV, those Grizzlies absolutely annihilated the Stowe Bulldogs 56-23. Why not look at my plays of the week? We haven't done that in a while, so why not do it here? And in my opinion, the plays of the week, well, you got to go with the Highland Revere game. When Bryce Profit, the two-way star, the two-way machine, had a big interception in overtime, not only did it kill Revere's drive, but it also gave the Hornets their very first win of the season. And did I ever tell you that the kicker, Justin Tepes, why, the night before the Hornets' first win, he had a hat trick for Highland in 10-0 game against Lake. That was obviously foreshadowing something, as he made 3 field goals to give those Hornets a 16-13 win. Trey Schaefer, 37-yard touchdown pass to Ethan Korecki. Tell me I pronounced that right. But anyways, it helped Wadsworth really beat Stowe. They did a good job. Of course, Schaefer has been showing it all season long. Nothing's going to really stop these guys now. I mean, yeah, they had 2 tough losses to Medina, I believe, Nordonia. No. Hudson, I think, one of those teams, but they are now getting back on track. It's going to be fun to watch them. Speaking of Hudson, Drew Leitner had a 26-yard touchdown run, helped them beat Nordonia. Let me tell you something. That's going to be a big win for Hudson, and you can't keep Nordonia out. They're still looking pretty good. While the Rocky River high school football team has a 65-yard touchdown pass, helped spark their win against Talmadge. Of course, Talmadge is still a great football team nonetheless. And you should not lose confidence. Week 7 preview. Barberton against Aurora. This is it. This might be the biggest game of the season. These two teams have been absolutely firepower. You got a 6-0 team against a 5-1 team. Whoever wins this is going to win the American Conference. No doubt about it. Highland against Canfield. The Hornets are looking to build off that first win. Maybe they'll finish 5-5. You never know. Brecksville against Twinsburg. Those Brecksville Broadview Heights High School football team looking to stay hot. They have been absolutely on fire. Cuyahoga Falls going up against Wadsworth. Grizzlies looking for another win. By the way, bold indicates winner, and I've made a mistake. I believe Wadsworth will win that game, but you never know. Maybe it will be Cuyahoga Falls. So put on your Cleveland Browns caps, because it's time to look at the Cleveland Browns. Player stats. Baker Mayfield, 1,247 yards. 55.9 completion percentage, 7.7 yards per attempt, 4 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions, while Nick Chubb, 485 yards, 5.2 yards per carry, 97 yards per game, and 4 touchdowns, while Jarvis Landry hasn't been doing that bad, 403 yards, 18.3 yards per reception, 189 yank, and still 0 touchdowns. We all know that's going to change for Jarvis Landry soon, so hopefully that can happen. Odell Beckham Jr., 23 receptions, 335 yards, 14.6 yards per reception, and 1 touchdown. Time to look at the defense. Joe Schobert, 54 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, and also had a forced fumble recovery. Jermaine Whitehead, 27 tackles, 2 passes deflected, and 1 pick. So now time to look at the Cleveland Browns on prime time. 4 primetime games for the Browns this season, as the Browns have already gone through 2 of them. No, 3 of them. Man, oh man. 3 of their first 5 games of primetime. Jets, Rams, and 49ers. Of course, we played the Jets and 49ers on Monday night, the Rams on Sunday night, the Steelers on Thursday night, and of course, who could possibly forget that we played the Jets at Cleveland Municipal Stadium, otherwise known as the Mistake by the Lake, on September the 21st of the year of 1970. What makes that so significant? Well, it was the very first Monday Night Football game of all time. That's right. There was a lot of excitement going on there. Of course, compared to nowadays, nobody really expected it to be this big. In fact, if you look at the original 1970 thing, it's pretty crazy because it's on ABC, whereas it's ESPN. There's no iconic theme music, no Hank Williams with the opening song. It was just some techno intro, which of course would not stick. So there. And speaking of Monday night, let's look at last week's Browns 49ers game. And man, oh man, was it a huge disaster. A 31-3 demolishing the 49ers are 4-0. The Browns are 2-3. Baker Mayfield 8 for 22, 100 yards, 2 interceptions. Nick Chubb 16 carries and 87 yards. Jimmy G, that's right, Jimmy Garoppolo 20 for 29, 181 yards and 2 touchdowns. Matt Breida had 11 carries, 114 yards and 1 touchdown. And 83 of those 114 yards was a mammoth 83-yard touchdown run to start the 49ers offense, and they did not look back. Oh, how frustrating was that. George Kittle had 6 receptions for 70 yards and 1 touchdown, and he caught that touchdown on a 22-yard strike from Garoppolo. So time to look at the MLB postseason games. We're going to start off with the wild card right there. Washington going up against Milwaukee. And the Nationals won, much to my surprise. Thought Milwaukee was going to pull that one. Steven Strasburg, the winner. Josh Hader got charged with an unusual loss. Daniel Hudson with the save. First time the Nationals advanced to the next round postseason since 1981 when they were the Montreal Expos. And of course tonight they're looking to advance to their very first NLCS since 1981. Of course, that was the year of Rick Monday when he hit the big home run against the Expos. Grandal, there he is, hitting that big 2-run shot in the first inning. Eric Thames followed suit in the second. And then Juan Soto in the bottom of the 8th had a bases-clearing single E9. Gave him the lead and the victory. So now time to switch leagues, but still staying in the wild card. It's the American League wild card, Tampa, Oakland. It was at the Oakland Coliseum, or known as the Mausoleum there. And Tampa won it 5-1 as Charlie Morton won it. Sean Manaea got tagged with the loss. First time the Rays advanced to the ALDS since 2013. Yandy Diaz had 2 home runs there. And also Avisail Garcia and Tommy Pham also hit home runs. Sean Manaea was just shelled out there. That's one of Yandy Diaz's home runs. Really got him off to a strong start. But anyways, Minaya got shelled. 2 innings, 4 earned runs, 4 hits, but he did get a good amount, 5 strikeouts. And Oakland has been in the playoffs 10 times since 2000, and they have not reached the World Series. Only one American League Championship Series. That was in 2006, and they got swept to Detroit. So time to look at the League Divisional Series. Astros-Rays, this is it. This series is tied 2-2. Astros and Rays really been in it. Altuve hit a big home run on Game 1. Kiermaier grounded out with the bases loaded and the Rays down by 2 in Game 2. Kiermaier, Troy, and Adames all hit home runs in Game 3. And last night, that big game, Kiermaier, Adames, and d'Arnaud had one of the greatest relays I have ever seen. It gunned out Jose Altuve, one of the fastest in the league. And yeah, last night was all Tampa. It was the loudest I have ever heard Tropicana Field. And I've been there before. And it was not as loud as it was that one night. Tampa definitely has a good fan base, as Justin Verlander just got tattooed out there in Game 4. So time to look at the other series. Yankees-Twins, the verdict. Yankees sweep the Twins because they're the New York Yankees, and the New York Yankees always do good against the Minnesota Twins. The Twins have lost their last 13 games to the New York Yankees in the postseason. Their last win, not just against the Yankees in playoffs, but their last postseason win was in 2004, Game 1 of the 2004 ALDS. And I believe they have dropped their last 16. Yes, their last 16 postseason games. 13 of them happened to be against the Yankees. The other 3 were against the the Oakland Athletics. But anyways, LeMahieu and Gardner hit home runs on first game, while Big Didi Gregorius, the Netherlands-born shortstop, hit a grand slam on the second game. Dodgers-Nationals, that series is tied at 2-2. Walker Buehler, 6 innings, no earned runs out of the first game. Dodgers had 7-run inning in the third game, and Rendon had 3-run shot on the fourth game, and they are going up against each other tonight at Chavez Ravine. It's going to be a huge game because, in my opinion, whoever wins tonight is going to the World Series. St. Louis and Atlanta, they are also going tonight, and at the time of our recording, they are about to be going very soon. That series also tied 2-2. Cardinals scored 4 runs in the 9th inning. The Braves got 3 back in the bottom of the 9th, but it was not enough, of course. But you know what? They did score 3 runs in the top of the 9th at New Busch Stadium for Game 3, and Yadier Molina hit a big walk-off sac fly in Game 4, sending that National League Divisional Series from St. Louis to Atlanta. This is very exciting. Who would have thunk it at the beginning of this postseason? Tampa would be in it. St. Louis would be in it. Washington would be in it. Of course, Washington's had a bad history of choking, but you never know. The Capitals have had a bad history of choking, but remember in 2018, they won the Stanley Cup. Of course, the NHL season is underway. That's going to be pretty exciting. Can't wait to see who wins it there, because you have so many teams in the Western Conference that can do it, and a lot of teams in the Eastern Conference. Of course, Eastern Conference are going to come down: Tampa, Boston, Toronto, and Washington. Those are my big 4 teams. In the Western Conference, you got so many: San Jose, Nashville, Winnipeg, Calgary, Vegas. Did I mention Dallas, St. Louis? Nashville, I think I already mentioned them, but you got the gist. Anaheim's off to a strong start. They beat Detroit last night, so as usual, NHL season should provide us with fireworks, and the MLB postseason should provide us with even more excitement. And we are going to look at all this stuff in the future as it's almost time to go. We're going to talk about what's going on next week. Plan on doing more Suburban League, Cleveland Browns and have a big NBA preview with my thoughts and predictions. So my trivia question of the week: what 5 schools created the original Suburban League? Well, we will reveal this next week. Till then, have a great rest of your week.